Man. Okay, so there's nothing really looking good today. Pretty slow market right now. TBLT was looking good pre-market, but then it had a reverse split, or a stock split, I think. Let me see. TBLT, yeah. So, Jesus. Oh, actually, oh my God, I forgot. IEA. IEA does not look bad. It's just IEA was very light on volume sideways, but I think this one has a lot of potential if it can hold its levels. Otherwise, then no. You gotta be careful with this one because it does have a bigger spread. And the MACD on the 1 minute is starting to come to a close here. Same with the 10 minute. Low of this 10 minute is 13.11. Hasn't broken yet. Okay, my bad. I was adjusting my thing here. Save layout. Shoot. Oh, red box doesn't look too bad. Spreads are a little big on it, and daily's not the best, but it is breaking its daily high here. There's a lot of room, I'd say. Coming up to 4, and the low of this candle is 380. 380, we have resistance. Pretty good amount of it, too. I'm gonna wait for a 1 minute pullback. Okay, so here's the next 5 minute gonna open. We'll take a small size of 500 shares. See if I can get it on a micro pullback here. I don't want to see it break its high here. We get a micro pullback. Well, bought an extremely high there. 67. Can we hit 70 though? I'll give it some time. 75, selling there at 75. So there we go. That was a nice break. Really bad fill on my end though. Like, sheesh. I bought in super high. I meant to get in on a micro pullback. 53 would have been the time. I did not see it come to 51 though, if I'm being real. See if it gets halted here. So yeah, it looks like it's halted. So I literally sold right before the halt. I don't really want to hold into a halt if I'm being honest. But that was like really good trade here. It's just, like I said, pretty slippery fill there. At least I got filled at 57. That wasn't that bad. 500 shares, 57, all the way to 75. It's not that bad. 18-cent move, almost 20 cents. So that was a perfect 15-cent trade. Minus commission, right? So it was a perfect 15-cent trade there. So 80 is a resistance point, but if we can break above this level here, high of this candle is 425. If we can break above 425 and hold, then I think we definitely break 440, and then it should kind of level out at 460, 470. So phase also got halted here. Halted went down. SIGA's climbing back up here. Shift the momentum. I think it would have to be above this level here. Shift the momentum right here from 1530. It would need to hold this level for sure. I do like SIGA on the 5 minute. The 10 minute looks okay. And the next 10-minute candle's gonna open here. But if it does break this low, it needs to pop back up and it needs to come back to 1480. So it rejected that level that we have here. It broke its low, but can we pop back up? If this can pop up back up to 1470, I might have to take an entry here for a breakthrough 1480. Breakthrough VWAP. It would be a really risky trade because it's rejected twice now. We do have a 2 candle pullback and it's below not only my resistance level but also the VWAP, so it's not looking super healthy. I could wait for it to get above VWAP before I take a trade in it. I do like its next 5 minute though. we'll go ahead and take a starter of 400 shares and then we'll add into it. So where do I want to get in? Should have got in there at 65. 62. So I'll take a start at 62 there on the dip. Big support there on the bid. See if you can break above to 1480. That 1460 seller breaks and that's it. Selling there. He's breaking. And there, so he broke right there. We are having ascending support though. So I could always re-enter here. Now it's going green. See a retested view up here again, broke its high there. Buying at support here, 76. Big seller at 80, might have to get rid of it actually. We see a rip through view up. It's 89 now. Yeah, the break of 15, not quite. I'm gonna sell right there. Well, now we got it. So that was also a really nice trade. 20 cents right there. I didn't think we were gonna break 15. It's kind of choppy actually. Let's go check on Redbox. This one for sure opened. Redbox trending higher. This one's doing really good. I need to pull back on it. I like SIGA more if I'm being honest. SIGA for me is a lot stronger of a stock, I feel. Actually, I'm lying. Redbox is a lot stronger, but SIGA, I don't know. SIGA, I feel like has a better pattern, better setup. 5 minute on SIGA looks really good. 10 minute doesn't look too bad, but now that it's pulling back here, it's kind of hard to say. So let's go back to Redbox. So Redbox getting our first flag here. Our first pullback. It's too bad I didn't watch it on its last move here. That was a good move. So now that I have a cushion on the day, I could take a starter position, or I could take a larger share size position on it. But we're gonna keep a very tight stop on it. Getting quite a big pullback here on RDBX. A lot more than I would like. Could take a starter at 4, but if it flushes through 4, that's it. Okay, I have to wait for this one to shake itself out. I don't want to trade it in this weird range that it's in right now. This can pop up to the 20s here before it closes. That'd be really good. I prefer it like mid 20 range, like 25. There's 20, 21. So close on the low 20s. See if it can pop up here and hold its little range for this next 5 minute really. $416 is a support level. And then we got 440 as a resistance level. Coming up to the 45-second mark. Where do I want to take this large size at? Seller stacked at 40. So bottom kind of high there, 28. Looking for at least 38 on this rip. It's not breaking there. Selling it at 32. Canceling. Stopping out at 26. 2-cent stop. I'm waiting for this little pullback here. Solve itself. See if it breaks its low here. I'll buy the dip if it breaks the low. Bought that dip there at 15. Looking for a pop. 17. Back to 15. Selling there at 19. That wasn't that good of a pop. Well, Jesus. Now it would have been. So a really good dip buy, just not it. Let's see. It doesn't look bad here on its 1 minute anymore. If we can get on another pullback before it breaks its high, that'd be cool. I had a really good position too. So it broke its high. I hope it doesn't break the 5-minute high without me here. Yep, it did. Jesus. Such an amazing entry I had on there, and I undersold myself. I didn't expect it to make this pop, if I'm being honest. Now it broke its 5-minute high. I'm gonna have to wait for a 10-minute setup. I'm not gonna chase it up here. That was a hard entry. It was a good entry, but it was a hard one to sell on. So I'm just gonna wait it out for a 10-minute setup. I'm not gonna chase it up here. Let's see if this is actually support now at 440. We do have support here at 14 or 410, basically 410. So I don't want to lose myself on RDBX here. Wait, hold up. It said it bought it at 430 and sold at 423. That's a 7-cent loss. There's no way. You know, I bought it at 428 and sold at 425. I hate that this is wrong. Like, I wonder why it's wrong. It's so weird. Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Taking along here. Probably not the best move. We'll see. Can we see 67? 69, 72, sold it there at 72. So that was a really nice trade there, 1,000 shares. A lot higher than I wanted to. I wanted a 10-cent scalp for 67, but I got 72. So that's pretty good. See if it keeps ripping without me. Yes, of course. When does it not? I wouldn't say I had a bad sell here though. Like I got my target. It's about 15 cents. Yeah, 15 cents exactly. So wasn't the worst sell. It's a good thing I put my focus back on it though. Look at that. I missed a huge opportunity now. See if we can get in for this next 1 minute to break over 5. We'll take a small size. Gonna hit its halt level. Huge seller stack there at 97 for a second. See if we can get it on a micro pullback here. Taking it at 90. We get to the halt level. 96, 97, selling at 97. I don't want to hold into this. So I was going for the break of 5, but what I was expecting was it to resist 97 and then pull back to 80 again, and then I could take another re-entry and then break a 5 once more. But it actually resisted the level and then just popped straight through 5. So I guess I didn't get that opportunity. That was a nice little quick scalp though. 6 cents, 30 bucks because of 3-cent commission. So now it's getting halted. We're doing pretty good today, I'd say. I think we're doing really good. 1,000 shares, 1,000 share positions, and we're actually making a good, making some good progress. 20-cent move here. That's like 200 bucks. So that was a good move. 4-cent move here, 3-cent move here, basically. The beginning, the first trade, super good trade there too. 20-cent trade here, 400 shares. Did have a couple losses here on some orders, but they were very small losses, so they didn't even really count. Like 2-cent losses here. What about SIGA? This one's halted, so RDBX is halted. What about SIGA? Let's go back to this one. SIGA sold off. Basically, this candle that I was in on, that was it. So SIGA's done. Good thing I swapped my attention there. Phase is halted, going down, but is this actually the gaming company? If it is, that's gonna be crazy. I didn't expect them to IPO or anything. What? WWE. This is also hitting the scans. IEA. This one does not look bad either, but it looks a little choppier. And I don't think I trade IEA. It looks a little choppy. The float's at 50 million. I'm gonna go wait for RDBX. RDBX, we have some really nice trades here. Like I said, it's just too bad that I didn't get in. I didn't hold long enough on this trade. I really didn't think it had that ability to ramp up here. Knowing how low it finished, it basically double bottomed at my support line. I don't even think I had it there at the time. But knowing how it finished here, I was like, nah, it's gonna pop 4 cents and then break its low and flush through VWAP, maybe flush through 4. I was like, nah, it's not gonna do it. So that's why I undersold myself. I wanted to go for 25, but once I'd seen that block at 419, that's when I sold. I was like, no, it's not gonna do it. So I sold. But man, what a move that made. 415 to 450, that was a big rip. And this next candle immediately popped above 450 like nothing. So let's see. Our next support line would be right here, right where it was at 490. If it breaks out low, we have room down here. I'd say to this level 460 and 450. But where should we go now? Because we're coming up to our moving average at 550. So as I mentioned, if we broke this one, we could definitely see it back to 460. No, 440. We could definitely see it to 460 or so. Obviously, it surpassed my expectations, went all the way to 492, this high, and now it's back above 5. So now I'm kind of wondering where this has room to. Obviously, 550 is our first resistance level, so this is where we got to be careful on the daily. 10 minutes already there, like 10 minutes already breaking its high. Same with the 5-minute. So we got to be real careful because there's no pullback on the 5-minute yet. That might have to be it for me if I'm being honest. today I'm feeling like it's a $300 day. I'm feeling like today is a $300 day. Could have made it a little better of trades. For example, I missed out on this one. I completely missed these moves here. I wasn't even watching. I was watching SIGA, which SIGA, I mean, I did make a good 20-cent move on that trade. So for a 4-cent loss. So 4-cent loss, 2-cent loss, but with reduced size. And then I made it all back basically on this trade, so it didn't even matter. So now that it's halted RDBX, we have our first leg up, a pullback, second leg up, pullback, and now third leg up. And now we're gonna see if this pulls back or what it wants to do. Right now, I don't really like the chart anymore on both the 5 and 10 minute. I feel like it's gonna end up in a doji and turn red. So I think that's it for me today. If I'm being honest, I want to see how this is gonna open. If it's gonna open real strong or what. So there's resumption, open flat, and there is a rejection. So there's 504. Can it break its last high? It's having a lot of resistance there. 490 support. See if it breaks that 490 level. That's 89. Can we break through that 89? There's 82. Break through 80. Next support line would be at 60. 65. So we could have got in there at 65. I think the ask was showing something else though. 68. 67 on the ask right there. So if we bought that dip, that would have been a really good dip by 20 cents from 68. Damn. Could get in there at 5 for the break of 504. Now it's kind of bouncing in this range. It's finding has a flat top here. 4 times it's peaked at this level. That's some big resistance there. If anything, I want to take small share size. You have a huge seller stack there at 5. Massive seller stacked at 5 now. Don't know where he came from. And then you have a ton more at 504, 503. So it had to be a big break. I don't trust it. I think if it does break, it's gonna break real quick and then flush. Let's see. This is our second major pullback. First pullback on the 5 minute though. I kind of wish I did buy off my support there at 60. Seen 65 and then 68, but I wasn't really moving. That's why I was just like, I probably won't buy it. Especially because we're in this first starting stage of a reversal here, of a move back down. So it's in this tight range of my support and resistance level here. Super tight range, flat top. So I'm expecting immediate resolution on this break and then a quick flop. So a quick rejection. It is showing strength to be holding this high though. Sideways consolidation. This next 5 and 10 minute open right here. So we could get in for the 10-minute high break. If it continues holding this 490 level, it doesn't look too bad. But I'm curious to see if it breaks its low on a pullback and then pops all the way back up. There's breaking its low for 80. We'll take smaller share size. I'm going to take 300. A lot of sellers stacked at 5. We had a new one there at 88. Was there for a second. I don't know where he went. I don't trust it up here. It might break, but I don't trust it. So I could have got in there at 88. It's 5. So that would have been a 10-cent scalp. Here's the break of 5. There's 504, 510. So that would have been a good break actually. It should have got in there. I just don't trust it. And here's a rejection along with it. So kind of, I mean, obviously I expected that. I had called it out before I even tried to take it. So like I said, it's getting a little choppy up here already. 510's the high. Low is 475. So if falls break, I kind of expected that, especially because we're on the third leg up already. I could have taken that trade though. I should have taken that trade at 480 there for the break of 5. It was a quick break, and I definitely could have got filled. Like I definitely had time and room to get filled. It wasn't an immediate flush how I expected. It was an immediate break, but I did expect a rejection. There's a double bottom there at 460. See if it breaks. 65 is the low. There broke the low. So let's see, if I entered here at 72, high of this candle is 80. 72, and I'd be going for the break at 80. If I can get a fill at 82, that'd be perfect. But right now it's a little choppy. I'd be buying the low here, especially on the 5 and 10 minute. It's like falling pretty hard here. So I'd be up 2 cents, not enough to break even. 3 cents would be breaking even, so 75. So this would be a losing trade as well. It is kind of bottoming out here though, if I'm being real. 52's VWAP. Curious if a touch of VWAP would be worth buying. If it's within the same 5-minute candle, I think so. Let's see if we get the break here and dump to VWAP. If we break below VWAP, then prayers. Here's a pop, there's 78. So held support twice down here. Let's see if this one could make a comeback. That'd be insane. But I don't have a lot of resistance here. 495, sure there's a couple sellers stacked there. So we're coming up to our first resistance. Let's see if we can get back in this 495 range. 5 huge sellers stacked. There's 95, so here's a comeback. So buying there at 72 would have been a really nice trade as well. Could get in here at 97 for the break of 5. Huge sellers stacked at 5. What a nice pop that was on this stock here. So like I said, I could have bought in there at 72 after it held support 2 other times. Held my support line, so these support lines are no joke. Like they mean business. So next 5-minute opens here. I could wait for its 1-minute pullback, take an entry. I'm gonna take smaller share size on it, 300 shares. See if we get a little deeper of a pullback in the 80 level. I'll take an entry in the 80s. Low of this 1 minute candle is what? 87. There's a pop to 99. I didn't want to see it finish this high. 90. We're gonna break this last 1 minute low. Could have taken an entry there at 94. I'm waiting for that break at 87. 92. Can we get that break of 87? Not quite. It's gonna go without me here. Retest to 5. Broke 5 like nothing there. That seller just moved. Jesus. Now it's resisting 5 again. It's 510. So I should have taken my entry there at 5. That was a really nice. Oof. Should have taken it there on this exact candle. I failed to read that so bad. I'm even hesitating at this point with 500 or with 300 shares. There was an obvious trade down here at 72. I didn't take it. And there was a really obvious trade here at 5. Maybe not this candle. It wasn't the most obvious because it could have rejected down below to break 87. But it held so many times. I should have taken my entry there in the 90s, like 94, 92. And if not, I should have taken it here at this low of this candle, which is the open at 501. 499 even. That would have been good. But didn't take that. I was too afraid of a rejection. Now I'm getting emotional on it. I'm getting a little bit of FOMO because I'm missing out. So we're going to wrap it up. And it was a $300 day. Woo! So first big day in a while. Again, it's only because I'm using big share size. $73 in commission or in fees. So I could have racked up a couple more, maybe even hundreds in these two trades here if I actually took them. If I took them with big size, I mean, for sure I would have made over 500 today on these two positions here. But I hesitated too much. Because I don't want to lose all my profits. But again, this is our third leg up for the most part. We do have 3 legs over here, but this is our like third major leg, I guess. So we have one major one here, and then we have another major one here, and now there's the third one. But the way I looked at it at the time was 1, and then you get a small one here, another pullback, so another climb, so 3, and then we get finally our breaking point here. But now we're getting the retest of 5, and now we're breaking above 5, no problem. So that was a really nice VWAP buy that I could have bought down here at 62 or 65, whatever. But obviously didn't buy it. So what a nice trade this would have been here for sure. I just didn't take it. I hesitated like way too much. But okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're green. Great start to the week. Like I said, I didn't expect there to be much today. I didn't really expect there to be anything today. I completely missed this flat top here on the 5 minute. I didn't even realize it. Wow, it's actually ripping higher here. I kind of want to just keep recording it to practice on it later. This one's really strong. So that would have been a really nice buy here too. I wasn't even paying attention right here. What I do is I trade these stocks right after. Like, I think I already mentioned this in another video. I record it, and then I disable my G keys and my number pad on my keyboard, and I start trading it after as if I was actually trading the stock. I already know what it's going to do, but I try to find better opportunities, look for better areas to enter, and practice that way. You know, what did I miss in the trades? And I usually review them after work. So we have another support line here at 470. Let's go ahead and draw that out. Or 540. Jesus, what am I talking about? So the thing about this one's the dips are getting bought up, kinda. It's a lot harder, but I would say it's a lot harder to say whether the dips are really getting bought up because they do, it does sell off pretty a pretty decent amount. But I would say the scalps were a lot easier on this stock than they were the other stocks these previous days. So 5-minute high here, you could go for a quick scalp above its last high. I don't want to get in here somewhere in the 50s. It's like 58 there wouldn't have been bad, I don't think. Yeah, 58 would have been a perfect entry there. Could have sold at 68 possibly, got rid of it there. 10-cent scalp. I don't know how comfortable I feel taking it on this next 1 minute for the break of the 5-minute high. I wouldn't feel too comfortable down here. But it's gonna do it. 72. 73 broke by 1 cent. Oh no, 74 is the high. The double top there. SIGA's popping up. What happened with SIGA? This one made a big move. So for example here, if I bought that dip at 48, how high would it go from here? Oh, the dip's really getting bought up well. Not quite, because it's still going down. 42 now, 41, 40. We're gonna break into the 30s. I'd buy right there at 38. And even then, 38 is still not working. I hit my stop already, 28. So the dips are not working on this one. You have to wait for proper setup, I guess. Maybe I just got in too early. Let's check on SIGA. This one made a big move here. Wow, look at that clean move. That's a clean move. So we had a flag here. Symmetrical triangle almost. Push through VWAP. And then you get a pullback here and then a clean push further to its shift in momentum area that I drew out a long time ago. Wow. What a nice move here. RDBX, its next 5-minute. Should open in about 1:30. But its next 1 minute looks really good here. Huge seller there, stacked up 50 for a second. They moved, I guess. So could have bought in there at 48 or 50. Could buy in again here at 50, 49. This candle's what? 63. I'm gonna get in at 53 and I'm gonna go for that break of 63. Want to see 55, 57? There it is. 57. Selling it there at 50. It's not breaking. I took a small loss there. Or did I? No, I did. Right? 550 and I got in 5. Yeah, so small loss there. It's 58 now, 60. I mean, Next 5-minute opens here. It's kind of flagging in a weird way on the 1 minute. Not so sure how confident I feel in it. Ah, I got in so high there. Yikes. 60. 60 is not moving. I have to stop out there. So now I'm just losing. Now I'm just giving back my profit. So that needed a break immediately, but we have such a massive seller at 64 and 60. Like, that's not going to be breaking anytime soon. This will need to break its last 1 minute low here. Last 1 minute low is 547. So a big mistake on my part trying to take these two trades here, chasing it. It's obviously flagging, kind of like a bear flag here. I was expecting that break. Super bad fill here, 59 by 57. Not sure how I lost 20 bucks on a 2-cent trade there. That's kind of weird. Well, I guess because of the fees, right? So I should have left it alone. Dang, now we're down at 282. Still a good day, but like I said, I'm giving back profits at this point. So now we're gonna wrap it up. Damn, had it above 300, ruined it. It was worth a shot, I guess. I failed to realize that this was flagging as a bear flag. I didn't realize that. Let's see if it pops from its low here all the way back up. I was expecting a 5-minute high break. That's really what I was going for, but nah, couldn't do it. I mean, it's popping all the way back up here. If we can get back to 50 or something, then I'll get in again. I'll try it one more time. It is popping all the way back up to about 50. PGY is popping here. Didn't even hit my scans. This is another one. We traded this one the other day. I don't know why this isn't hitting my scans. I like its daily high potential, 14. Next 5-minute opens here pretty soon. I could just wait for the next 5-minute. We'll definitely take small share size on this one because of its spreads. Take 300 shares on it. Failed to get in there at 1206. Tried. Damn. So I tried to get in there. Super choppy. That would have been really nice. 1206. Wasn't filled at all though. All the way back down to 1206 though. Spread's really bad and there's a huge rejection. There's a break of its low, so that would have been a nice quick scalp, but I couldn't get it. That sucks. Next 10 minutes still opens here though, but I'm not gonna watch it. I should just wrap it up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it up here. All right. So 282 was above 300 for a second, but I gave it back on RDBX here. Unfortunately, RDBX just couldn't break its high on this pullback. I was really hoping that it would break its high. I failed to realize it was flagging here, so that's completely my fault. So flagging and then a huge rejection. Now it's flagging again. But if we can keep holding this 540 level, my support line, if we can keep holding this, it doesn't look bad for a push higher and a retest of 560, because 560 would be the first level it needs to break. So 560 and then a break of 560 would definitely have potential to break its last high here of about 575. It was actually 574. But once we break 560, I would for sure want to be in for the, well, actually we'll watch it here. This next 5 minute opens here. 10 minutes opening really low though, which I don't really like. 5 minute just open low. But if it can break its low and then pop back up, let's see, low is 531. So it's still holding support at 540. We have a 2 candle pullback on the 5 minute, perfect flag. And I'm getting it's breaking without me, Jesus. High of this candle is 59, already broke. So it already broke without me. Damn. Like I said, it has its potential to break 574 if it broke that 60 level. So it wants to do in this next 1 minute. Hopefully it doesn't break on this candle here. That would kind of suck. I want to get in for this break. Back to 61. Could buy the dip there at 60. Oof. Sheesh. I was about to buy that too. Oh my gosh, I was about to buy that. I was about to buy at 60. Good thing I didn't. So that was a nasty little pullback there. A little tricky. Still looks good to me though. High of this 10-minute candle is 73. High of this candle was what? 72. So it didn't quite break. See if I can get in again here at the 50 level. So there's 58. I could have gotten at 58, but I'm still going to wait it out for this next 1 minute candle. Well, I guess I should have gotten at 58, right? 68 to 70, 71. Still want a little pullback on it. And at 70, pretty high. Nope. Giving a little bit of time. Selling there at 61. Man, I keep entering too high here. I keep getting in way too late on these trades. So we're giving back profit already again. I should wrap it up, as I mentioned. I should 3 losing trades on this one back to back. So that should be it for me. I should just call it. But I'm still waiting for this big move of 74, and it's gonna break without me. I already know at this point it's gonna break without me. Like I can already feel it. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I already have 3 back-to-back losers. We're for sure done. Like 237's now what I'm up. That should have been an immediate break there. If like that was kind of my fault for holding as long as I did. In at 68, out at 61. That was a 7-cent loss. A lot more than I wanted. 500 shares, and just wasn't doing it. Just I couldn't get the break. It's a lot of sellers stacked here. So it's the trade's against me really. Time to enter would have been back here when I first mentioned it. I could have bought the dip here in the 60s or 58 level as well, and I definitely would have made my money back there too. But I just couldn't get that break. I wanted that 74 level break. There it is as the break. And that's the rip. I'm in a candle too early once again. So that usually always happens to me. Now let's see if we get the break of 6 here. Damn, what? How unfortunate. Like I literally just said it was gonna break without me. I already knew it was. So once I missed it like that, that was kind of it. Perfect flag on the 5-minute. Just I couldn't get it. I lost on this one. Oh well. I'd still be going for the break of 6 though. See if it breaks his last high. I'd probably sell at 6 somewhere. Judging or just based on what this 1 minute candle is gonna do. So it could buy the dip at 78 there and go for the last 1 minute high. This one's so choppy though, so like all these little scalps that I'm doing, they're working, but like barely. So if I was in there at 78, would have worked out fine so far as 86, 87. I'm just not in on these trades. Jesus, 88. Get the break at 90. Sold right there at 90 probably. So that would have worked out perfectly, that trade, 78 to 90 there. Didn't take it either. Next 5-minute opens here. Could get in on this next 5-minute. We'll try it again. 5-minute open low there. Didn't like to see that. Could have bought support there at 80. But not going to buy support yet. It's finishing really low here. Big seller that 9. I mean, that's 6. A lot of sellers stacked at 590 as well. So that's definitely a place I'd have to consider selling. See if it breaks this low. 73. I'm not going to trade it. I already told myself I can't be trading. It's 3 back-to-back losers there. And a good size one too to finish off. And like I said, I'm just in a trade too early. Going for that 5-minute high break on this one right now. If I am going to be in, that's really what I'd be going for. Could have bought the dip there at 82. There's the break at 90. It's 93, 95. Would have sold it there, 94 already. So that was another 10-cent scalp opportunity if I did buy in there at 82, 84, whatever. Broke its 5-minute high. So it's kind of done. I don't think we're going to get that break at 6. It's a huge seller stack there. If we do get the break at 6, it's going to be an immediate break. We have a lot of resistance on the daily coming into the 6th level. So I don't know. I don't really feel confident in it. It's very, very slow up here, but whatever. So 237.40 is still up pretty good. Was up better, right? I did have a better green day, but I gave like 100 of it back, so it sucks. But whatever. I'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'll see you all tomorrow.